Hey yo, what is up, my beloved hashtag champions fam? It's Zeke 410 back on a brand new WWE Champions video. Now, this is going to be short, sweet, and brief, and right to the point, but this is also a discussion video because we're here to discuss not only zombies, but the skip turn ability or said move. Now, skip turn was available before zombies even launched in WWE Champions. A lot of you might not know that, but allow me to educate you. Bam Bam Bigelow, the Beast from the East, New Gym Powerhouse, more than likely, if I recall correctly, was the very first skip turn ability or move champion in WWE Champions. And I also believe, although I don't have him, I believe Attitude Era Technician DDP, Master of the Diamond Cutter, also implements a skip turn move. But it was rare. And even though it was there, a lot of people were not trying to use it because, during that time, we were going through the motions. We were just getting trainer abilities. We were just getting coaching abilities. We were finding out where tier lists were sitting at and settling in at. So a lot of people weren't paying any mind to these guys who had a very useful move due to how tier lists were and how the meta was during that time. However, a couple years back, during October, during Halloween season, we had the introduction of zombie champions. Now, a lot of people are still confused as to why zombies are in the game. It's easy. WWE and Mattel have a series, a collection of wrestlers zombified. And so they utilize some of these models and bring them into the game each year so that you have that little touch, that little nod to the action figure days and the action figure ways. But some people liked it, some people hate it, and to this day, it's still in the middle. You're like straddling the line. You're either dealing with people who are like, oh yeah, I love zombies, or you're dealing with people who say they can't stand them, or you have people that literally are legitimately in the middle and don't care for them whatsoever. They only want the regular wrestlers and champions, which is understandable from a collector standpoint. However, the thing about the skip turn is things got taken to the next level when the first class of zombies were introduced. We had Zombie Kevin Owens Striker, Zombie AJ Styles Showboat, Zombie Brock Lesnar Trickster, and finally Zombie Steve Austin Powerhouse. Now, here's the difference though. When DDP and Bam Bam were introduced and had their skip turn moves, again, don't hold it against me if I'm wrong about Technician DDP. I'm sorry. I can guarantee Bam Bam, but I can't speak for DDP. I'm just going off of what I've heard in passing. There was a huge difference because when they were introduced, there weren't no perks involved. But when the zombies were properly introduced, the original Zombie 4, perks were right around the corner. So Zombie Austin became the feud god. Literally, you could beat him, but it was going to be a pain in the butt to get it done. Now, following that, the following Halloween, the following year, 2018, okay, we got Seth Rollins, Technician, Zombified, black skip turn move. Annoyed the heck out of you with the countdown gems, but he still had the skip turn move in his pocket if he needed it. Now, let's go ahead and get to 2019. Now, as you can see, once again, just to clarify, Undead Stump for Steve Austin. Then we go down to Seth Rollins, who I just mentioned, Zombified. And we go to his moves. Boom, black skip turn. Now, we get to 2019. And what happens, y'all? Well, all hell breaks loose. First and foremost, we got Zombie Rock. Basically, he's basically the milestone prize wall champion. Don't know why there isn't a prize wall zombie this MLC, but this is the hand that's been dealt to us, and Zombie Rock came through for us. I hope that you were able to get him, regardless of the glitches aside. That's a whole other pandemic that happened in Champions. But instead of having the actual skip turn timer, icon, he has a trap move. Trap gems that, if broken, allow him to make you skip your turn by force. Okay, so that was cool. It was nothing wrong with it. That was the first. That was the first of 2019. Not mad about it. People like The Rock. We're in October, right? SmackDown just premiered on Fox. I get it. The Rock did his thing, came through with Becky Lynch and Baron Corbin, King Corbin, that is. So I get it. You include Zombie Rock. Then we get Zombie Paige. Now, for those of you who weren't aware, people who pulled Zombie Rock too early ended up being compensated with a 3-star Paige. And what does Zombie Paige do? Well, Zombie Paige, striker Zombie Paige that is basically a striker female Zombie Austin. So skip turn for days. The female women feud meta has been changed forever. There's nothing we can do about it. You had me there. Okay, one male, one female, especially since females have been introduced into the game. We already had Zombie Sasha. We already had Zombie Charlotte. Why not bring Paige into it? Plus, using the epithet "scream for me" when that was something that used to pop up when she came out to the ring. Tying it in, making her a zombie, it made sense. The raven-haired renegade got turned into a striker. And even though she's a striker, she can easily beat her showboat counterpart. But that's besides the fact. Following that, after seeing Zombie Rock and Zombie Paige, as well as Zombie Balor, Squalor Club, free-to-play champion of 2019's Undead TakeOver MLC introduced, we then get Zombie Cena. And what Zombie Cena do? Skip turn. Now, we're getting ready to see the introduction of the Big Dead Machine, Zombie Kane Showboat. And what's this man packing? A skip turn move. The skip turn ability was and is a meta that should have been given far more respect. It's kind of like the Undertaker streak. All you needed was one per year, and you've been good. Now this year, like I said, having a male zombie in The Rock, and instead of him having a blatant, full, in-your-face, skip-turn move, you have to utilize trap gems. I can dig it. Then you bring in another female zombie with Paige, and you give her the skip turn move itself. I can respect that. You're covering a male champion, you're covering a female champion, okay? We could have literally just stopped it right there. Squalor Club Balor, free to play. Z.E.K.E, prize wall or milestones. Zombie Paige, mega loot superstar. But then after that, like I said, we got Cena. Now we got Kane coming. And we have one more zombie champion. Regardless of what the codes say, things are always subject to change. So whether him or her, regardless of it's a he or she, whoever shows up, I wouldn't be surprised if they were another skip turn ability or skip turn move champion over being the skip turn reduction trainer or coach. They have oversaturated one of the most top tier, most dangerous moves and abilities within the game in one freaking month. And granted, yes, many of us had to drop tons and tons of disposable income to properly unlock Cena or Paige or to go all in so we can get Zombie Rock from the milestones. It still hurts to think the first year you only got Zombie Austin. And look at what hell he has put us through for 2 years. Going on 3 years now since his debut. He has been cleaning house during feuds. Only a few champions can actually beat Zombie Austin. Okay? Then you introduce Tough Seth a little slower. You know, he's not there for the feud standpoint, but I can honestly say that Zombie Seth would make a very solid survivor mode type champion or invasion champion if those ever return to the game again. Covering your female standpoint with a skip turn champion with Paige, it was logical. It made sense. It was reasonable. And the same with Rock. He's got the skip turn, but it's different. It isn't right out of the gate. It's a trap gem move. So depending on if the board's on your side or not, Depends on if you're going to be able to get it off. But then to get hit with Cena and now Kane, make sure to check out all the Broski's gameplay videos at 4-star gold. I missed out, but I'm glad to see my bros dominate with the opportunity. The skip turn meta will not be the same. I really truly felt this. If they had literally released Squalor Club, Rock, and Page and been done, the skip turn would have been safe. But now, since you've introduced so many, you've caused more of a headache than a solution, because we're going to have to deal with those people with perks. And the problem with doing gameplay videos with champions, and this is just my honest opinion. Oh, we see Tech DDP here. We're going to check right now because I don't want to lie to you. Does he have a skip turn move? I don't know what the Diamond Bomb does, so someone just fill me in about it. But with all the perks involved, it doesn't do our gameplay videos justice, and this is what I mean. Scopely and champions can say whatever they want. I love champions. I will always champion champions, but I'm also going to call them out on their crap when I feel it's necessary. To do a gameplay video on a champion without perks at all, to show what their capabilities are with trainers and coaches, MPs, etc. It's one thing. But then to have a feud, to have showdown mode, to have blitzes, to have all these broken perks that make broken champions even more broken, it kind of defeats the purpose, because you're looking at one gameplay video and like, oh, that's amazing, look at this. But then you get hit with that slap of reality of like, oh, wait, like how many people are really rolling around here without perks? How many times am I actually going to deal with this realistic situation when you basically made these people even more broken? Okay, women feuds aren't going to be the same anymore because of Zombie Page. She's literally the only one you need. Ronda Rousey is still up there. I'm not taking that away from her. Ronda's still the baddest chick in the game. Charlotte and Paige are still the baddest chicks in the game. But with an out-of-the-gate skip turn, it's basically an easy clap for anyone who has Zombie Page. And the same can be said about Zombie Austin. Y'all already know what's up. I'll hit the skip turn on you before you hit the skip turn on me. I'll just do what I have to do, cycle my moves, and boom, boom, endless cycle until I get the dub. And the same could even be applied with Zombie Rock. Zombie Rock's pretty solid with how he can get off those trap gems and, destroy gems and get everything situated for himself. So that's another case in point right there. And the same goes with even Cena and Kane. These guys, these girls with these skip turn abilities are becoming broken. And it's not only oversaturating the ability, something like I said, that should be dropped, released once a year. Get away with it now because you got male and female champions in the game now, so you can easily do one male, one female, and one of the two has a skip turn, not both of them like we got this time around. But now that you literally got multiple champions coming into the game so suddenly, and people wail out for this game, you've basically made it like a near impossible wall for free-to-play champion players to get over. And then you're also going to be devaluing your banners and your loot moving forward if you only need these type of champions. And sadly, that puts you in a bad situation, because that basically puts you in a lockhold, chokehold, in the sense of you're going to be drying up the enjoyment of the game, because all the person is going to have to do is, oh, boom, skip turn, boom, gem match, boom, skip turn, boom, over, 1, 2, 3. Where's the excitement from that? Where's the challenge from that? And it devalues the ability. Again, I feel like this. The only way you can fix this now is, I feel sorry because I'm getting a feeling this is what they're going to do. They're going to drop all these skip turn people here now, right? The last zombie, we think it's going to be the reduction, a skip turn trainer or champion. We're not going to get it because that's life, right? And then we got the brand new PG and reality champions. And quite frankly, let's be real. There's not that many people that stand out, in my opinion, from that era. What are we going to get? Deuce and Domino. We're going to finally get Chuck Palumbo. What, will we see Cherry as a champion? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to see Beth Phoenix, Michelle McCool? I mean, let's be real. And then you're going to be sitting there like, why do I need to pull for this champion when I don't want to? But then again, they got the ability that's going to reduce this. And because these people are going to be allowed, these broken champions are going to be allowed to be utilized in feuds, in showdowns, I'm going to have no choice but to go wailing out to get them, even if I don't get them. That's on a whaling standpoint. And then on a free-to-play standpoint, you're sitting there like, I'm not putting money into this game, but it's also a thing I can't deny the fact that unless I pump all of my resources, all of my coins and my time into my perks and getting these turnbuckles and stuff so I can have the perks to evade this, I can still walk away catching a L. So it's a bad situation on both sides. You're going to dry up the market in the sense that if the whales get these skip turn champions, well, they ain't going to need to worry about anything else ever, because regardless if top tier or low tier, you got a skip turn champion. Buys you enough time to even beat a god tier champion straight out of the gate. And then if you're a free to play champion, you're not going to be interested in playing anymore, because you're literally going to have to sell your soul and then some to get the resources, to get the perks, to rival that challenge. And then you still have a chance of walking away with a loss instead of a win. I really felt due to the amount of zombies that were introduced, 3 could have been introduced here, and they could have easily held off on Cena, Kane, and whoever the last zombie champion is going to be, whether it's zombie Alexa Bliss or Becky Lynch, or zombie Undertaker. Quite frankly, they could have easily been released in spring, do another spring outbreak, run it for another MLC, so it's a 2-2, like part 1, part 2, and called it a day. But since they didn't do that, man, Champions is going to have to answer this. Now, I'm thinking this: if you want to stick with the whole zombie Halloween effect when it comes to WWE Champions, I suggest maybe introducing a boogeyman, a gangrel, a fiend, and make them the skip turn reduction trainer or coach. It's still Halloween themed, still terrifying, giving you goosebumps, right? It's a possibility. Heck, you could even bring in old school dudes like Viscera or Midian. It's an APA, dark characters. They will make sense to be the skip turn reduction. But on the other hand, if you don't want to go with that theme, put it on a champion that people have been longing to see. Hulk Hogan. Make him a busted god tier offensive, defensive hybrid champion. Give him busted moves, but make his trainer ability possibly reduction of skip turn. Because if you're going to oversaturate and drown us with this, it's only a few champions. I get that. It isn't like they released 20 skip turn champions. But it devalues the appreciation of having one of those type of champions. It also decreases the enjoyment of content that come, because you know people who have these champions are going to be running them during feuds, showdowns, etc. Be respectful of your audience, free to play and pay to play, and have reason and have logic. Stop going at it like, oh, well, we're going to drop it and you're going to spend your money on it anyway. That is not how you handle business. I said this is going to be short, sweet, and brief, but it's the truth. That's not how you do things. If I'm releasing a skip turn champion, I should be releasing something to counter that right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. So, you know, it'd been cool if we had gotten a champion that's ability was extending skip turn moves. And it'd been cool to have gotten another champion that reduced them. Yin and yang. It would have made sense. But Champions isn't about making sense. They're about making dollars. One of the greatest IPs ever. World Wrestling Entertainment. Thousands of superstars. We've barely hit 200. Okay? That's realist. That's being real. We've yet to really even hit maybe 200 to 300 champions in all. When we know so much could be here, and it's not. And whenever you go for that answer, you get hit with a BS response. They care about the money. They don't care about us. And it's sad for me to say that. It's sad for me to be that guy. But it's the God honest truth. Something needs to happen, and something needs to happen soon. So y'all let me know what you think about skip turns. Let me know how you feeling. Because it's one thing to deal with Zombie Austin in a feud. But then to turn around and face a 4-star gold Zombie Austin and a 4-star gold Zombie Rock. Maybe possibly even run into a 4-star bronze or silver, Zombie Seth or Kane, Dead Machine or Cena. It would make for a very, very annoying and irritating feud. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, but most importantly, if you haven't already, drop a people's elbow on the subscribe button, as well as hit a razor's edge on the bell icon to receive all future notifications from this channel. Mad love to every single one of you, my beloved hashtag champions. Fam, good pulling, good feuding, good blitzing, because it's definitely a good time to be a champion, even through the dark times. I will always champion champions, but I will not be afraid to call champions on their shit. And you should not be either, okay? It's just facts. You spend money, you invest time that you can't get back into something. Your thoughts and opinions, your constructive criticism should mean something. They should matter. Because to me, all of you matter. Whether we're friend or foe, we'll always find a way. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How can they resolve this, absolve this? More and more male champions with the skip turn. Finally, a female champion with the skip turn. But how long before this takes the fun out of everything? Skip turn champions, you have no choice but to end up using health packs. If you don't strike first, you basically screwed. So, what do you want to do? Faction tokens at stake. Health packs at stake. Coins, turnbuckles, etc. Resources at stake just to keep up with a meta that I think they haven't even realized how broken they've made it. Until next time, I love you all. Stay tuned.